Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wednesday's Market SITREP. We're going to be a quick one. We really don't have too much to talk about, right? I just got a copy of these United States articles of impeachment. House of Representatives, we want to impeach Donald J. Trump for hurting our feelings, and oh, geez, he violated the Facebook community policy. Guys, this is just absolutely, it's comical at this point. I really don't even waste too much time on it, but it has impacted the market. It impacted us yesterday. Futures were down. Now they're back up a little bit. It's going to throw some volatility in here, but net, this does absolutely nothing at all. The Democrats, more or less, are doubling down on failure. They can't beat the president at the ballot box, right? All these interim special elections. It's a referendum on Trump referendum, and we've won all of them. And of course, the answer is like, well, you didn't win it by a lot, so we still won. Only it's the same type of idiots. Like, we hit the ball more times, but we still lost the baseball game. Look at the scoreboard, you retards. And Nancy Pelosi obviously is doing the I'm still half pregnant thing, although I can't even look at that picture of her and say that. It's kind of gross. The woman is throwing some red meat to the left flank because she wants to keep her job. The purple folks, and I don't believe anything that comes out of their mouth, out of any Democrat's mouth, is that the purple folks have kind of flipped. You know, the what was Republican districts that went Democrat last time, they're starting to change on this Ukraine narrative. It's an absolute, complete shit show. So they're accusing the president of doing exactly what Joe Biden did when he was vice president, and this is going to boomerang in their face. The president said, okay, and he's right to not want to release this stuff. Now, every president, now we can. The Republican Party last night has demanded to see transcripts of phone calls between Joe Biden when he was vice president and Ukraine and China, especially around the China trip where his son and his cokehead son and adulterous son hopped on the airplane with him, Air Force Two, went to China, came back and had a multi-billion-dollar contract and got paid, $50,000 or whatever it was a month to do essentially nothing but coke. So here we go. So now presidents will never again be able to talk to other world leaders and expect those world leaders to be open and honest. The president needs to be able to have this executive privilege to talk on the phone with somebody and not have all of it reported. Absolute slippery slope. This is going to boomerang and explode in their face. What's it have to do with trading? Well, take a look at the damn chart. You know, the market recovered yesterday afternoon. We sat through a live trade brief where it was just absolutely epic. I've never seen anything like that. The last couple, the Reagan or Clinton, or when we try to impeach people, stocks usually can weather through it, and I think that's going to be the case here. If they don't, Donald Trump has a great fall guy or a gal or it. I don't want to assume Nancy Pelosi's gender and offend it. But this is bad. First of all, it's going to blow up in Joe Biden's face. I have it on good authority. A buddy of mine up on the Hill, who's a loop, told me, he's like, Wiz, we're hearing that the Democrats did this kind of on purpose to get Joe Biden out. They want Elizabeth Warren. Joe Biden's old. He's gaffe prone. He's like Mr. Magoo. Sometimes nobody even his aides know what he's rambling about. I know a gangster named Cocoa Puff. That was a cereal, man. It's a cereal. So they don't want Joe Biden in. And they figure, you ready for this? They can take out two birds with one stone. But it's not going to work. Even with Bill Clinton, the dude lied under oath. It's not even clear. Well, we're going to find out here in a couple hours what was said on the transcript. But the narrative already changed. When the president literally pulled out a Trump card, as she was sitting on stage yesterday and didn't know the president did this, he's like, I'm trying to work at the UN here, but guess what? I just directed declassify the whole, get it out tomorrow, done. This is, and then as soon as she heard, like, oh crap, he's actually releasing the transcript. And Republicans last night demanded a unanimous vote in the Senate on the Republican side. They want to see the whistleblower complaint, word for word. Why? Well, it turns out the whistleblower, the inspector general says the whistleblower had a bias in favor of a rival candidate. He's a massive Hillary Clinton supporter, and guess whose attorney is? It's a Clinton and Schumer attorney. Does this start to stink yet? So net, I got to move on with this, but this impacts other things, ladies and gentlemen. If you're President Xi Jinping and you saw this plastic surgery nightmare in front of the microphone yesterday, what did you think? doesn't matter essentially what's going on internally and politically here. President Xi Jinping yesterday, he was on the ropes. He's been on the ropes lately. His economy is getting kicked in the teeth. We have some great bearish trades on FXI, the iShares China ETF. More bad macroeconomic data out of China overnight. So what's Xi going to do? I am going to wait this guy out. I told you this before, folks, about 12 months ago at the height of the Russia frothing at the mouth, conspiracy theories, the media completely in the tank, CNN, MSNBC, that dude, Rachel Maddow, just nonstop. Xi said what? His internal dialogue was, this dude's not even going to make it to the end of his term. And we'll probably get like a Democrat that we can steamroll. Screw him. Let's slow walk it. You know what Trump did? He told Mnuchin and Lighthizer to get on an airplane and come home. He can kiss our ass. And the trade war got worse. That's exactly what's going to happen now. President Xi Jinping is going to slow walk this and think this dude is painted into a corner. You don't want to paint Donald Trump into a corner because you know what? He might go kamikaze on this. Like, Xi thinks this? Well, screw him. Last week, Ambassador Lighthizer said the president is okay with going, you ready for this? To 100% tariffs. You do not want a cornered Trump, in my opinion. He will fly this thing right in the dirt. And like I said, he will have a fall guy if before the his reelection, or before the election, or I will say his reelection, which the Democrats solidified yesterday, before his election, he can say, look at this. I've been trying to do what's best for this country. And since I've been elected, they couldn't get anything with Russia. All they did was continue with some other bullshit stuff. The market's imploded. Could you imagine what the Dow and the market would be at if we actually got it wrong? If Democrats actually, if Nancy Pelosi did something, he's got a fall guy with them, and then he's got a fall guy with China. Nancy weakened me to the Chinese, and the reason this market is imploding because of the trade war. I've tried to fix what Obama, the Bushes, both of them, Clinton, you name it. We've been getting screwed by China for 40, 50 years. I tried to fix it, and the Democrats torpedoed it. This is I'm telling you, it's going to boomerang. Net, folks, bearish on FXI, which is the iShares China ETF, long volatility. We got some great trades on, man. We also, at 1 o'clock in our accelerated retirement account, we're uber bearish on American Airlines, and the overall, we're going to be bullish on Raytheon, but bearish on the airlines. I have it on pretty damn explicit, pretty damn good intel. Within a week, outside of maybe inside of 2 weeks, Iran is going to strike again. And, U.S. patience with Iran is not inexhaustible, Saudi Arabia says. The Saudi minister says military response to attack on oil facilities is still being considered. It was reported that Macron, up until yesterday, was still trying to get the President Trump to go shake the Grand Supreme Burrito's hand. So we're going to see another attack in the next week to 2 weeks. Oil's going to spike. The airlines are going to implode. We're bearish on American Airlines, and we're going to be bullish on Raytheon. Raytheon, nice spike on the attacks, gave some back since we're not going to attack, and we are going, don't know if it's going to be Saudi. I hope and pray, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't an attack that leads to American deaths. I'm furious with Trump with his response here. He's enabled this, period. I'm not buying this whole, not doing anything actually shows a sign of strength. You're not dealing with New York real estate developers, Mr. President. You're dealing with Iranian mullahs. You're dealing with radical Muslims, radical Islam, who see your weakness as a sign of their strength. So watch the interview yesterday with Supreme Burrito, with Chris Wallace. The dude is completely, Trump and that guy are on two completely different universes, and it's going to come to a bigger military clash. And just like my boys at hockey, right? Somebody's checking them, chirping them the whole game, and then my kids retaliate. Guess who gets in trouble? It's the second one. He needed to retaliate when they shot down a drone instead of acting like a benevolent dictator saying, I heard 150 people might die. They weren't going to be school kids or moms. that it was going to be a military retaliation against the missile site that shot down our drone. That would have been a proportionate response. Now the Iranians keep ratcheting these things up, waiting for our response, and then they're going to be able to. One of the reasons they're going to attack again and are dying for our response is what? As soon as we attack, they're also going to say, if we attack or respond, they're going to say Israel was involved, Israel, Hezbollah, and all the other clowns surrounding Israel are going to use that as an excuse to attack Israel. It's going to get ugly, folks. What have I also been beating the drum about? Last Thursday, I said, get long volatility. And what happened after I said get long volatility? It's up 28%. We have bull put spreads on VXX. We looked at a burner trade last Thursday night on VXX. That's up about $5 or $6 grand right now if you did that one. Love it, folks. When volatility is cheap, you buy it. When it's expensive, up here, you sell it. Volatility is about to go a lot higher. We have a breakdown in China trade talks, which Mnuchin is going to get fired over. I said yesterday he's got a month. This exchange, this awkward exchange yesterday between, well, it wasn't even between Mnuchin and the president. It was between the president and us and Mnuchin and us. Mnuchin dropped the bomb that, hey, we canceled the China delegation's visit to Montana to go meet some farmers. Not them. They didn't cancel the trip early. We did. Trump was flabbergasted. Who else was flabbergasted? Me. Who else? The market. He let the market implode Friday, stew over it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then, because we were down Monday too on potential, bad in trade. This was awkward. This was embarrassing for the president. The dude's gone. Okay. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Guess what we also have, man? We have October coming up, and it is going to be Goldman over the weekend. This was before everything that's going on. Goldman said, hey, man, this thing is going to get ugly. October, folks, seasonally is one of the most volatile months of the year. And guess what? We got a potential increase in the trade war. I think we see a potential military attack in the next week to 2 weeks in the Gulf. And we got, mixed macroeconomic data. We got the Conference Board's consumer confidence number yesterday was a massive miss. Case-Shiller, the 20-city home composite index, imploded. So not good. Not good. Not good for the overall stock market. This is fantastic for us here at Top Gun Options. This August, that August trading, that might have been painful for you. It was. We printed money here at Top Gun Options. 27 years of trading. This was my best month. We love this type of stuff as an options traders. An American kind of sucks, right? All this volatility and politics, but as a trader, we love it, man. This is Gordon Gekko time. Greed is fantastic when this is good. I predicted right here after the Fed meeting, I said we will go back down in the next couple weeks to test the 50-day moving average, and I think we're going to do that. Futures are up a little bit right now. We still have to see what the president says on this transcript, but we already have the tinfoil hat helicopter Area 51 stormer saying, it's going to be a fake transcript. You can't. These people that eat paint chips, folks, and they listen to little kids, scream in your face about climate change. I love the people that are screaming that climate change is settled science while not being able to use settled science to tell me when life begins or how many genders they are. Think about that. They're certain of what the weather is going to be in a couple hundred years, but they can't tell me how many genders there are or when life begins. There's your settled science, folks. This is a shit show. I'm telling you, we are hurtling towards a second civil war, and it's going to be ugly. Fortunately, one side believes in a well-regulated militia, and the other side, doesn't know what bathroom to use. It'll be a short revolution. Get trading here at Top Gun Options, folks. Our solo Amazon service is full. You cannot get into that. Maybe a couple months from now, we'll see if we have any slots available. That is closed. If you want to trade weekly options with us and our primary live trade brief, like I said, we have 2 weekly options trades that before market open right now are up. The VXX bull put spread is up 1750, and then the FXI bearish trade on China is up 17. 17 and 17 is what, 34? Fantastic. $3,400 since Monday's weekly options brief in the afternoon, and both of these I'm going to leave on because I think they're going to expire by Friday for max profit. Max profit on the China trade would be $3,300 on limited risk, and max profit on this VXX vertical bear spread would be $2,800. Wow, look at that. 2 trades, 2 potential kills by Friday with what's that, nearly 6 grand, 7 grand in profits on 7 grand, nearly 7 grand in profits on 2 trades. We did that last week. We had right on the nose. We had $7,000 on an FXI bearish trade, sound familiar, and a VXX bullish trade. Bullish on volatility, bearish on China. All you need to do, folks, is head to go.topgunoptions.com/joint. Okay, and for only $195, this performance is wrong. We're up about 55-ish%, maybe 35 grand, so that's wrong. It's actually better. We're performing better. I gotta go have our sales folks update this page. It's $195 a month. That's it, man. I'm going up Thursday to the Navy Yard for a retirement for one of my buddies who's a senior Navy guy, and I guarantee you the round of drinks I buy is, well, it's most likely going to be the annual membership, and we'll give you 25% discount. I guarantee the round of drinks I buy on Friday night after his retirement ceremony is going to be probably what the membership is. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/joint and get airborne with us for a month for $195 and check out what we do here. Okay, I'll see many of you today at 1 o'clock for our accelerated retirement brief. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Make sure you hedge, and God bless. We'll talk to you later.